I mean, I try to push myself every time that I decide to um, create any type of work of art. I try to make it better than the one I did before, no matter what it is. If it's a watercolor, if it's a print, if it's I call these aerosol prints. I think that every time you sit down to do a work of art, I think that you should be better at that moment than you were at the previous moment before. Because if you're not growing as an artist, and you might as well find something else to do, because the moment that you stop growing is the moment that you lose interest in what you're doing. I am a graphic designer / street artist. Hopefully, my master's degree and some of my credentials can help me get a job teaching art, because I love the idea of allowing or helping someone who is interested or has just a spark of interest in art, and taking that spark to its potential and watching them take something that I have told them or just a suggestion and blossom into what they can be. Because I think anybody that has an interest in art can be what they want. They can take it however far they want to. You know, it's up to you as an artist to take it where you want it. Art is one of those things that has no boundaries. You do not have a boundary in art. You cannot put art in a box. There are no limits. You can't. So in those kinds of I mean, you have to think of it in terms of, you know, this is your life, and I think that you know, if you have any type of interest in it, I think that you should see it through. You know, if not, then you know, it's kind of unfortunate. I would say each one of these pieces is very personal to me. I think sometimes I do art to make a statement, and then sometimes I do it just to maybe make the viewer question himself or herself for whatever the content is within each piece. The overall theme for this work of art here is unfortunate lives, or lives. And then I picked a celebrity, past or present. This particular one is Heath Ledger. And I combined graphic imagery from the past and the present. This particular imagery here and this image here are vintage style comic book type graphic imagery. And the vintage wallpaper graphic in the background is used for that, to relate to this vintage feel here. But the overall theme of this work of art is that he had such potential, and it's kind of like a crying shame that he died so unexpectedly, because he had great value to his career, to his life. I think all of us would say that Heath Ledger was a good actor and a very entertaining actor in person, and a very huge icon in today's pop culture. Graffiti style street art is very current, and it's something that I think a lot of our generation can relate to. I don't think you can go to any big city and not, our generation can't be entertained by some type of graffiti that you see walking, you know, everywhere you go in big cities, you're going to see something. You can see it here in Nettleton, Mississippi, you can see graffiti on the side of trains that is actually really good. And I think that kind of urban, raw street influence can be brought into the fine art world and not just stay in the street. And I think that's one thing that has impacted me and influenced my work and my choice of media to take my message or my ideas to the public or whatever. I think the world sees artists differently as opposed to artists seeing the world differently. I don't think that we necessarily see it any differently than any other person. I think we just think of it in more of a creative manner.